On Christmas Eve in 1914, the Western Front was a frozen graveyard. British and German soldiers huddled in their trenches, shivering inside the mud and darkness. The war had dragged on for months, and both sides had long forgotten what warmth, comfort, or peace felt like. But then something strange happened. From the German trenches came a sound no one expected to hear on a battlefield: singing. It began as a single voice, thin and fragile in the cold air. Then more voices joined, rising softly through the fog. Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht. The British soldiers went silent. Some thought it was a trick. Others simply listened, stunned that the same men trying to kill them were singing a Christmas carol. A British soldier, unable to stop himself, hummed along. Another joined. Soon, both trenches, enemies separated by wire and death, were singing the same song together. The battlefield, for the first time in months, felt still. When the carol ended, a lantern lifted above the German line. A soldier emerged from the trench, hands raised. He walked slowly into no man's land, the vast strip of earth where stepping out usually meant instant death. But no shot was fired. A British soldier climbed out as well. More followed from both sides, until dozens of men stood across from each other in the middle of the war zone. They shook hands, exchanged cigarettes, shared chocolate, pulled out photos of wives and children they missed desperately. Someone produced a football and a match broke out in the cold mud. British and German soldiers laughing, slipping, calling to one another like old friends instead of enemies. For a few miraculous hours, the war disappeared. There were no uniforms, no orders, no hatred. Just men, tired, homesick, and grateful for one night of humanity. But peace on the front lines is always temporary. Guns were lifted again. Officers barked orders. The war resumed, swallowing the miracle as if it had never happened. And yet, for the rest of their lives, the men who were there spoke of that night with a quiet awe. The night when Christmas carols crossed enemy lines, when strangers shared gifts in the snow, and when war, for the briefest moment, forgot itself. A night when the world proved that even in its darkest hours, humanity still flickers like a small, stubborn light.